Oh, I want to start Capture H and take a look at a game that I played at the LAN party. And there I played Vikings as well. And it was quite a special game. Let's not do it like this. And rather like this. This good. This one. We are loading into the game, and after that, I will tell you something about it. Alright, so I could change the names here. That was just an example. Best of one. Alright, so last weekend I was at a LAN party that my girlfriend's parents organized, which they do every year, and it's always nice. We had a long weekend from Thursday to Sunday, and all 4 days we spent in the what is it called? Is it a gym? The big room where physical education is taught in at a elementary school, and there we were with like 20 people, all having their PC or laptop there, set up everything, and played for the full 4 days different video games with a focus on AoE 2, as that was the game that the Grey Panther clan played a lot back in the days, and from that the LAN party came from, and yeah, that's the game everyone knows. And then we play some other games, we play some poker, we played some other non-computer games, and in the end, and what I have to add, I am the best player there with my mediocre 1.3k elo. So most people there are just playing the game for the LAN and don't touch it for another year, then play it again during the LAN. So as a tryhard without a life, I am the best player there, and it's sometimes hard to get fair teams. Last year we often had the case that I was when we played 4v4, I was in the team with the 3 worst players of the group, and then the other 4 players were somewhere in between, all focused on me. I died, and the other 3 didn't have a chance against the 4 better players. So yeah, sometimes it was hard to find fair teams. This year I had the feeling I was often in the team that was better than, so yeah, the other way around. And last game we played was a 4v2. Me in teal with my girlfriend Mara in red. She is also not playing the game really outside of the LAN. Her only advantage over the others is that she sometimes watches professional games together with me. We were at NEC, we were at Red Bull in Heidelberg, and sometimes she watches my streams, so she is more in touch with the game than some other people here. Like, for example, Ulf, who is in gray, Sandro in yellow here, doesn't really play the game outside of the LAN, and even there, he is one of the guys who plays it less than others. Helenica is Mara's sister, and she played the game after the LAN last year a bit more, but only against the AI, not on the ladder. And yeah, after that, she stopped it for 10 months or so. And Slamey here, he was one of the better guys in the clan back when they were really active, and still is definitely not a bad player for someone who plays the game 4 days a year. Or maybe he plays it a bit before and after the LAN as well. So let's say under a month per year, and he's really strong for that. But yeah, so Mara and I tried to play the 2v4 on Scandinavia and with random Civ. And normally, because we all always only play for fun. It's not really to find out who's the best or anything. Normally, everyone plays a fast castle because that's an easy thing to learn for everyone, and that makes it easy to get into the game. During the whole event outside of this game, I had one guy play Scout Rush against me, and I was a little bit salty because my girlfriend said I shouldn't play anything but Fast Castle because it would just destroy the fun for everyone if they think, yeah, everyone plays Fast Castle, we build up a bit, and when I am in Castle Age, I'm allowed to attack, and then all of a sudden, after 10 minutes, they have 8 archers in their base and are not even on the way to Castle Age. In this game, I said, if I play Fast Castle, we lose. Because the others are okayish at Fast Castle. And if we have 4 players in Castle Age, undisturbed, I'm not sure if we can do that. But let's see what we did. Map is Scandinavia. And I shouldn't fast forward too much. I got Vikings, and I wasn't sure if I was happy about it. It's easy to get to a strong economy with them fast, but is it really the Civ that can handle 2 to 3 players? Because I would say Mara is on the level of Sandro, who is a really good gamer in general, just doesn't know too much about this game in particular. And a bit behind Slamey probably, who has a lot of experience and was a really good player. Now just fell behind because he isn't active anymore. Yeah. And so Mara could 1v1 one of those probably. And would most likely win if she 1v1s Ulf or Helenica. So I had to play a 1v3. Tell me the unit of Vikings that 1v3s. I don't have Paladin. Arbalest needs a big number to be competitive. No one here has an elo, because no one plays ranked except for me. And I would assume Mara would be around 600, 700 probably. Ulf, I think he could be the worst player here. Probably 400. I would say 700, 800. Nah, 700. If he gets into the game, he would rise to 1000 really fast. But at the moment, probably under 700. I would say 500. But I'm really bad at guessing elos on that level. And yeah, Slamey 600, 700. So, but as I said, I have not really any idea how that works on lower elos. And same problem that Vikings have, that they don't have a unit that can win against 2 players if we are both at, or all 3 at 200 pop. Same problem does Inca have, which Mara got. So we played random Civ. And yeah, I wasn't sure what a good strategy would be here. I thought it's probably best if Mara overruns at least one opponent with Eagle Spam, which is something no one of them really is prepared to defend against. So I told her, sell your stone in early Castle Age and just build as many eagles as you can and try to kill as many vills as you can with them. And let's see how that worked out. My plan was to obviously go for Castle Age fast, then get to a strong eco, try to defend with few units against whatever blue and green throw at me. Oh no, my before that I wanted to do a few scouts just to get some vill kills. As I said earlier, that's something they don't really play normally, and I told at least some of them before that I won't go for a fast castle in a 2v4, and therefore I wanted to add some scouts. And what was good for Mara and me, I know Scandinavia better, I know better when it's good to go for fishing ships, and we were the only ones who did that all game, just a little bit. And after the game, Mara told me she was impressed how much more eco you get if you add some fishing ships early. And yeah, as you see, oh, Sandro with not too much ILTC times, but as you see, most players here not with the smoothest early game. Me neither in this case. 22 seconds of ILTC time isn't what I normally have after 8 minutes. So not the cleanest game for me either, but fishing ships will get that cleared up as well. Didn't I get a, or didn't I lose a vill here on the way to the water to Wolf? Or was that another game? I'm not sure. I definitely had a game where I lost vills to wolves when I sent them to build fishing, build a dock. Well, that could be another game. And I am the first on the way to Feudal Age, but Sandro is close behind me. And for a Scout Rush, I'm really late, but I knew that I can still get some damage in. And I didn't have any problems today that weren't not my fault. Yeah, and that, for example, is something you wouldn't see from someone who plays the game at least once a week and saw some tutorials and build orders and stuff. But still, I'm at 26 pop, 3 of which are fishing ships, and he is at 24 vills. 1 vill more than me, and we are at a similar fuel time. So fishing ships is the main thing that I had here against yellow. And yeah, now I am in Feudal Age, and I knew I need to do damage early, so stable. And Mara is looking solid as well, 27 pop as well, has 2 vills more than I have, 2 fishing ships less, but she isn't on the way to Feudal Age yet. So That is my advantage over her, even though I don't want an advantage over her. I want her to be as good as me, because that would really help to win the 2v4. And let's fast forward a little bit until I have scouts around. We could see what I have scouted so far. And not too much. I didn't even know where blue is because I expected him here. We spawned really close together. I didn't expect that. Thought he would be here. Didn't find him there. Then, yeah. And I hope that I would be close to yellow or blue because they are the ones I feared the most. And I wanted to do damage fast against them. And now I find him. And get my scouts in. And those are the 4 scouts I will do this game, no more. And get damage against those vills here. He already has loom because most players here do loom before they get the boss in. Yeah, because these people learned the game back when ping and double shooting the boar made it easy to lose Vil without loom against the boar. And not sure if the HP loss was really worth it here, but Vil kill is nice. And at the moment we are roughly 50 Vils behind. Only 50 Vils behind. And I decided I can't do any damage here, obviously, against the tower. So I have to retreat and try to find another angle of attack against... Oh no, that came later. So I searched for another opponent to do damage against. Obviously had to get my eco rolling as well. Which didn't look too bad. I was housed sometimes. I think that we are so close. Yeah, I was housed at that point. Now I decided I can't find one immediately. Let's see if I can do some damage against blue. And I can do some damage against blue. Second Vil kill. And that will be a third Vil kill at least. Because I can block them there. Maybe a fourth one. And I'm on the way to Castle Age. Green and blue are both faster than I am. Even though blue now added a lot of spearmen, which was nice for me because those aren't units I'm afraid of in Castle Age. And I got my damage against blue here to invest into spearmen. Also got some idle TC time that I think was partially because of the disturbance. And now I can go against green. Get a Vil kill. Yeah, those farms are nothing we would see normally in higher level games, so I could take advantage of that as well. But yeah, her Castle Age timing was really good, I think. That was one of the faster ones, and Mara also not too far behind her. Has already 3 barracks prepared. Market and blacksmith, everything you need to overrun someone with eagles. Blue at the TC. A bit weird the placement. And I add 2 TCs as well, and have already Vils here. Because the 4th TC could be nice. And sadly I didn't find yellow here. If I get some damage against him, the game gets a lot easier because blue already got some damage. And blue and yellow are the most dangerous players here, probably. And if I make it hard for yellow to help gray out against Mara, her job just gets so much easier. Sadly, she adds a TC now and doesn't sell too much gold. A 4th barrack would be possible, I think. Scout production, not best obviously, but 80% efficiency on the barracks, so that's fine. I got the light cav upgrade in. I'm not sure if that was the right decision. For 4 scouts. Eagle warrior, defense upgrade. Looks like she watches some good players play sometimes. And now I get a lot of damage against Grey. Light cav, I think, get a little bit of value here because they can kill the Wilds a bit faster. And yeah, Grey not reacting too much, so I'm already at 9 kills with those light cav, 12 kills with all the light cav. And I'm on 40 Cs now. And yeah, then I looked away, they ran into the TC, but killed the Will, that was nice. And yeah, Grey, really bad spot right now. And then he has to face this in a moment. Is building spears to defend against the light cav. I think they talk to each other via in-game chat and told, yeah, there are scouts running around, make some spear probably. And I don't know, I would have been able to read that, right? They haven't talked in the room because I would have heard that. I sat right next to Sandro. Sandro was on my left, Mara on the right. And yeah, now there are knights in, so my light cav don't do too much. And now he has to face 15 eagle warriors with feudal upgrades, at least. And the knights are running away. And yeah, that is a bad spot for Grey. He has 22 wills, while I'm at 69. Mara 35, 32, 48, 37. He got quite some damage in, and this hurts a lot. So I knew that a lot of players would go for knights here because that's kind of the meta for the LAN. And with Spanish, Teutons, and Lithuanians, knights isn't the worst unit here. And yeah, as I said, knight isn't the worst unit, and the only thing that Grey that prevents us from killing Grey. Obviously, eagles aren't too great here. So Mara could be in a bad spot now without too much army. And she walls her wood line just like a pro. And I have to quick wall my castle here to get it up. Yeah, I wanted to get the extra damage against cavalry with my infantry units. Chieftains, first thing I click here. Mara doing pikemen. That was a good decision by her. One that I had nothing to talk about. Obviously I was the one deciding strategies and stuff, but that wasn't on me. And Mara is way better at getting the blacksmith upgrades than the average opponent here. Blues has a lot of them, even though the tech upgrade for range units isn't the most important thing. And yellow as well, but green and grey are ignoring the blacksmith a bit. Armor for archers only in because Koreans get it for free. And that was a bit bad that I got damaged by the knights here. Luckily he didn't go for all of those farms. That would have been a lot of wood gone. And yeah, a lot of fishing, but a bit inefficient now, and oh, blue went to get some fish here as well. That was good. I didn't even notice that after the game when I went through it really fast. And yeah, we are at the moment 57 vills, 59 vills behind. And behind an army. So I mean, what can you do against more players? Luckily, my barracks just spotted those vills holding stone. So I knew the guy had them already working. It wasn't a misplaced TC gathering point, and I knew he was on stone, so I knew there's a castle coming. Lead the house, delete the barracks to get units through here better, and sadly it didn't click them fast enough. But I could deny the castle for now. I won't deny it with those two forever. Bill's a bit confused here as well. And now I get the pikemen in more efficiently. Yellow with way more knights than these few pikemen can handle, I think. Even though, they're now getting into a good mass here. But only if I attack with all pikemen at once. And they are also pikemen coming from blue, and I don't have too much going for my pikemen against them. Obviously a bit more HP with Vikings, but that's not helping if the better armored Teuton pikemen are also coming in here. And I'm getting a bit cleared up. Getting a castle up in front of my base, and I won't deny that. I can delay that a bit with these pikemen, but denying here isn't an option. And Mara is doing the old Nikov thing. Nowadays Nikov isn't doing that. And yeah, I had to help Mara against Yellow, who tried to raid here a lot. So that's why some of the pikemen are standing around here or here. And then Yellow used mobility, ran over to this side and made it hard for me. I desperately tried to get a tower up here against those vills, but sadly I didn't build this house. If I've built that house, I think that tower could have gone up, maybe. Berserks are really good now against all those pikemen on the field, but I can't deny the castle. I have to retreat, and at this point I wasn't sure if we could win this. Green with a castle right behind that. And luckily I have Viking eco, and I knew I have to get rid of this castle, otherwise I lose soon, especially if we would see conks from that. That could be hard, so I clicked imp, thanks to the Viking eco. And by far the first to get there. I was really sure that I would be the first to get traps out. I just had to hope that I get them out fast enough and protected well enough to clear these castles. Yeah. And Mara with a respectable army here. Definitely something that could do damage to Grey. But looking at the score, is it overly important to go for Grey? Not sure. Yeah, and I wanted to build a castle here to protect this area. Also, this gold would be nice, but we have a small problem with that castle. It doesn't block the entrance here. It's not healthy enough to survive against the knights for too long if I go back there. I had to sacrifice some vills. By the way, we are now at a 102 vill, what is it? Disadvantage. Yeah, Mara going in against yellow with an army that is not too easy to fight for knights with spearmen and eagles. Perfect macro would obviously to go with the pikes here, with the eagles here, but that is a really good attack. Doesn't really help me with those knights, but that those knights aren't in the base of yellow is really good for us as well. So a loss for every side, this attack of yellow. And now I get my base more and more secured, and I also start to get proper berserk numbers out soon. And oh, I didn't even notice that attack. That is a really good attack by Mara. She is doing some crazy business here. 16 eco kills and only 6 deaths is also really good. Oh, equal kills and deaths for me, and Mara a bit behind there, but she has the cheaper army in comparison to especially yellow with the knights, so that isn't saying too much. And I bought myself some stone to get another castle up. Where was that? Didn't I build it here? And as I said, I am the first one with traps. And where did I build my third castle? I thought I would build it here. Ah, there. Ah, to protect this farming area. And at the moment here I am in a pretty good spot to trap this down. Ramp could be a bit annoying, but not too dangerous. Those spearmen are giving green some work, which is nice. And blue went here with a few units. Yeah, sadly, yellow can help out blue and green on this side a bit. Even though Mara did quite a lot of damage against yellow and green. So she's definitely playing better than... good enough that she would probably win a 1v1 against anyone here. Her lower score is just because she also had to defend against more than one person. That was a good attempt here. And Teutonic Knights are really dangerous for me. I was really happy that I got to kill this castle. So I knew that there wouldn't be too many Teutonic Knights around here right now, but I had to think about what I can do against them if really gets onto proper numbers. Obviously they are not yet elite Teutonic Knights, but that doesn't really matter too much against pikemen and elite berserk. Let's see. Elite berserk, 74 HP, 18 attack, and 5 melee armor. And are there any Teutonic Knights left? Yes. So same attack, I think. Way more armor, more HP. So they are just better than elite berserks. And pikes are obviously no match for Teutonic Knights. Yeah, so I was thinking, what can I do? And at some point, I'm not sure when, I thought, I have a Mayan ally. I need some slingers. I think that was around this time when Mara clicked fletching. And built archer rangers. So yeah, slingers, probably the best thing we can do against the Teutonic Knights. One could make an argument to go for Arp's Viking. And not just do berserks to a castle, but yeah, luckily I am an imp. I have the imp upgrades in from the archery, from the blacksmith. And Mara with the second fastest timing was obviously helpful as well. So I could do quite a lot of damage against the armies that came to me, and yeah, Knights not the best thing to do against infantry of Vikings. But Yellow didn't knew that, or they didn't remember that Vikings have this upgrade. They just thought, yeah, obviously pikemen aren't too good are good against the knights, but we can do our own pikemen. We can blue also had a pikeman. We can do Teutonic knights, and then we should kill the pikemen. The berserks will lose to knights, which they don't. So that's one of the things that was going for us. Just more game knowledge. And yeah, blue is in a bit of a bad situation here. Do I have traps still? No, I lost my traps. Mara getting onto some slinger numbers, and she just have to watch out for knights that she doesn't get cleared up by them. And then against everything else they have, slingers are quite solid. Warwagon not so much. And those are now getting onto some numbers in front of her base, but Eagles should be okay against them, I think. No, Slinger isn't a team unit. The team bonus of Inca is the extra llama at the beginning, which is nice for us. That was really helpful. I could deny that castle for quite some time, luckily. That one got up. And I'm queuing traps now. Slinger as a team unit would be nice. Then I would have gone for it, I think. And blue is retreating a bit to this place here, is losing the base. And yeah, so blue basically out of the game, 44, but gray is getting back into it after he got quite some damage in Feudal Age. So that is something Mara has to take care of soon. And oh, they're not yet trading. I think they never get to trade. No need for that if you kill your opponent fast enough. But now that they are all getting to Imp, getting Harbin by the way, which is okay against my pikemen, not good against my berserks. But Teutonic Knights could be really dangerous. New castle here for green, getting back onto 2. And obviously this is getting cleared up by the Teutonic Knights. Not the worst fight I could take, but I'm taking into Capped Ram as well, and obviously Siege Ram soon. I'm not sure if that is the right decision to go for that over traps, but I wanted to be able to roll over opponents fast, just like those cavalry units will probably do against Mara's army here. Slingers and Eagles aren't too great against cavalry and Lathis, especially because didn't Yellow get relics? Yeah, three relics in here. So even better than normal cavalry units at this point. Paladin is coming in soon. It's a gray now in Imp, getting upgrades in. Not the scariest army yet. But if Mara is running around here and sadly losing her army, probably not good communication by us. I should have told her that her slingers suck against cavalry. That is definitely on me, and we should have communicated more about where our army is. Thanks, Wolves, for helping us out. But then I knew where Yellow's army is, and that is a fight I want to take. No, it isn't. With this one Teutonic Knight, I lose that. No, obviously not. Yeah, that was a good fight for me. And We are still far behind in eco numbers, but our opponents don't really get onto good army numbers. Did you hear the town bell? Think that was yellow, right? Yeah. Beautiful to hear that. And beautiful that I get this engagement right before Paladin is coming in. And here I keep on pushing. And killing the forward wheels of yellow will get to this TC of grey. Interesting, the grey build it here. And I get a forward castle here, getting access to this gold and stone. I could steal the farms, but I don't think I did that. No. And Berserks are just nice to spam them somewhere. And I think Mara got attacked by Grey a bit. And then I thought, okay, let's punish Grey for that. He lost quite some units in that attack. And now is a good time to spam some Berserks in. And I also kind of had to waste army a bit. Because I will never get over 70 army count. While our opponents, if they have 70 each, get to 280. We only 140. So I don't get anything from saving army. But my better economy and eco balance will give me the option to have a full queue all the time. I always had here 48 Berserks in the queue and 5 castles soon. So I could always produce, so I could always afford to lose some army. While our opponents, not the best macro, not the best eco, couldn't really do that. And yeah, sometimes just sending in a lot of Berserks to kill 30 vills, 30 army would be good. And I wasted the siege trams a bit more than I wanted in this push. But it's not the worst. And I should have killed this castle faster. By the way, only one vill building here. That was a mistake as well. And I was still afraid of potential of Mass Teutonic Knights. Did she get elite upgrade? No. Those are still castle... Ah, she is still in Castle Age. Yeah, that was good for me, or for us. That I never had to face elite Teutonic Knights with imp upgrades. It could have been a bit more deadly. And yeah, not the best micro obviously by the others, not pulling over the army here to clean that up so I get more kills with them. It's just easier for me to use my army effectively. Killing the traps isn't... well, I think she isn't fast enough, right? I didn't move my army too well there as well. This castle falls, so soon no castles for green. And I'm still sending some siege ram in here, giving grey and yellow something to do. Sending also some units now, because I saw that I get quite a lot of damage against green in. Losing a lot here against the Teutonic Knights, but as I said, I'm way better at rebuilding my army. Especially because green doesn't have any castles left. While I'll build my 6th castle. I think I took some stone here. Where did I? I took some stone of the opponents at some point. I think I can kill this TC before my traps are going down. There's already more Berserks coming. There are some here as well now again. And yellow's doing a really good job. Didn't got as much pressure as blue and green by me, and didn't get killed basically in late feudal, early castle age like grey. So yellow got into a good game and gets a lot of damage here against Mara. And see, how she isn't ringing the bell. She is just garrisoning the endangered vills, working with the others, just like pro. Like, honestly, she's so much better this year than last year. It's impressive. Especially because she didn't play a single game, basically. Well, didn't we play 1 or 2 games? Just by watching, I think she learned a lot. But yeah, she's down to pop 65. So that's not too easy for her. Yeah, I made 2 galleys at some point that were meant to patrol the water so that our opponents don't get onto water. I never did that. I completely forgot about them until they attacked the paladins here. But Berserks are quite good against Paladin Skirm army. Obviously, Paladin is still a powerhouse unit and wins the 1v1. I sent Mara some food. I still have a lot of units in the queue. I rather need a teammate with a bit more army and more eco again. So yeah, I sent her a lot of resources, and now yellow decides this area is full of infantry units. Let's just run away. I think that's now, right? Run away from them and the stream of units coming in. Some units are still here defending the siege rams. And as long as blue is just attacking the siege rams, I win this. And yeah, yellow using the mobility, but always losing at least some HP on paladins while running around. And gray never really got back into the game. Blue tries that, but isn't really too successful at that. And will get some pressure now as well. And yeah, yellow also lost a bit. I always raided there a bit. Oh, we have trade. So it wasn't the best situation for yellow as well, and if this army falls, there's not much yellow can do then. The others, 55 vills, 36, 18. And yeah, yellow is still in the game, but I'm way healthier in terms of eco and military than yellow. Even though I need larger numbers to win against the paladins, obviously. Nice that he fought under the castle here. Good decision. And Mara is behind in eco, behind blue, but ahead of gray and green, but has more army than these 3 combined. So I would say I'm better than yellow at this point, the strongest player on the team, and Mara's better than the other 3 combined at this point. Where's her army? There are a lot of halbs. Also with all upgrades for every unit she could make. There are a lot more halbs. A few slingers still. But yeah. And this was the point where we started to talk through the room with each other, and they I was sure that if I don't get onto gold in the next 5 minutes, because this gold is running out, every other gold spot I had ran out already, I could take those if the paladins are away. I can take this one if the paladins are gone. But I need to kill the paladins, and if I don't do that soon, I get a big problem. But luckily now I kill them. And I think this is the point where they resigned. Ah yeah, we sent an attack against Gray now. What upgrades do we have here? No upgrades in the blacksmith for the skirms, so halbs should be good against them. Because Mara is doing upgrades like a pro. Meaning all of them. Yeah, I had quite some food left over laying around. I'm always pop capped for the last, I don't know, 20 minutes. So I could send some food to Mara to help her get a bit more economy, get a bit more army, and oh, she's getting fabric shields. Now, I didn't even know that, but I think we can fast forward a bit. Minimap is showing us that green got a bit of army. Some Teutonic Knights again, because there are 2 more castles again. But she can't get onto big enough numbers. Not with 26 wills, and yeah. We won that game, and that was really stressful for me, and for Mara as well, obviously. I made 330 berserks. 877 kills, 513 losses. That was a really fun game, in my opinion, and a really stressful one. Almost 3,000 gold for yellow with the relics, and that was really good that he got the relics in. It was a good. Was it game knowledge? Not sure. Oh, I want to see that. Can I do all eco units? Economy population. And percentage of current. Oh, whoa! Yeah, that took off a bit there. I was apparently always ahead. Total numbers. Yellow wasn't too bad either. Mara didn't play a boom and got raided every now and then, so that's still, especially in this area, that is still a good eco. Especially because Incas don't need that much resources to get an army on the field. Highest number of vills was shot a moment before I got to him. And economy, I want to see. All resources collected. Should be far ahead there. So in the end, I got 122k resources, which was close to green, gray, and blue combined. I was really happy that I got spawned close to blue, so I could disturb him early. Mara defended against the raids really well, and got quite a lot of damage in every now and then against the others. So that made it way harder for them to combine their forces. And oh, I think that was the most fun game I played this year. Thinking about other games that come to mind for me, but